go to a new region, I swear he forgets everything. His brain just goes on reset. He goes back to factory settings. Like, bruh,
Right?
what the heck?
And then Pikachu's power resets too. I guess
The point
Pikachu
of
you could
you-
restore to factory settings.
The point of us watching you go to new regions is for you to learn. For you to learn the
All right,
mistakes that you don't.
I think I'm ready.
You think? Oh boy.
I think.
All right.
Oh god.
Hold on.
I'm scared. I'm not even supposed to be here, man.
All right, 1 second. You guys get that set up, and don't start the battle yet until I've got my setup going here.
Okay. The thing is auto pool friendly. Just hit me up with that when you're ready. Oh sweet, I remember. Okay, dokie, I'm going to mute now, and then I'll send you the link.
Alrighty.
Let me know.
So this is going to be the California Ragins versus the Mullum Mullum Alomomolas. Ignore the battle view on your screen right now, because we're going to get the real one here in just a moment. But this is the semifinal round to determine the champion of the Red Conference. Alright, we got our link. I'm going to have to take a moment, and I might have to crop this differently. So, guys, make sure you don't start yet. I need to check my setup. Actually, well, it almost looks, is it cropped correctly? I think it's actually cropped correctly. So, all right, we have, I need to switch sides so that it matches my layout here. All right, so on the California region side, we have Silvally, Incineroar, Nidoking, Sableye, Mesprit, and Xurkitree. And then on the Mullum Mullum Alomomolas side, we have Diancie, Jellicent, Emboar, Jirachi, Togekiss, and Rotom Frost. All right, so you guys may begin your match when you're ready. If you can hear. Are you in the... Can you still hear me in the call? Or I should actually just join the chat and tell them? Can I do that? Why are you not typing? Oh. Wait, I'm gonna make this... I have to enter my password, apparently. Alright. Alright, go ahead, you guys. You may begin. Let's see, what are the leads gonna be? I'm not gonna say anything, just in case. Well, I don't think they can hear me anymore. But I'm gonna try not to hear anything. Alright, so we got Diancie versus Sableye. We got the two Megas leading. The two Megas that are Magic Bouncers when they're Megas. Interesting. So let's see, what do we have here? That, like, neither one of them wants to set hazards in this situation. I would think Sableye might be at the slight disadvantage here because Diancie has more of a, offensive options. But what would be a good switch? I don't know what would be a good switch in here, if Sableye were to switch out. But I don't think either one of them wants to risk setting hazards. You could, I mean, he could try for the Prankster, but that wouldn't, yeah. That's what I was thinking. I was gonna say, I was gonna say that he might stay in and try to go for something Prankster, but given that Diancie stayed in and went Mega, that was a crushing turn one there. But with that being said, I'm not 100% sure what, let's see, what can you switch, well, thinking the Moonblast, could have switched to Nidoking, I suppose. I don't know how much bulk he has in that Nidoking, but that could have been an option. And who else? Depending on if Incineroar was Assault Vest, let's say, depending on what type his Silvally is, that could have been another option. I assume it's not Silvally Steel, otherwise that would have been a pretty safe bet there. Hey, Root, how's it going? How's the PGBL going? All right, going in for Rotom. Yep, predicting the ground type move is a fair play there. I'm surprised that... Oh, there, it does have Fire Blast. And that is going to be a one-hit KO. Good job, Nidodang. Okay, I was going to say, I don't know what he could have gone for unless it was Fire Blast, I was going to say. And then he did have Fire Blast, indeed. Alright, so the Diancie is very likely to outspeed, unless it's not, maybe not fully invested, but I would imagine it probably has enough investment to outspeed. So either Nidodang has to take the fall here, or he's gonna swap into somebody. Like I said, I think Nidoking, unless Silvally is Steel type or something like that, I think Nidoking was the only switch in for Diancie. So I think it just gets sacked here. I'm not sure. Oh, gonna switch into Silvally. Silvally Fairy. Okay. Looks like it might have some bulk to it, because either that or Diancie's not fully invested. But Diancie did an awful lot to, well, I don't think Diancie needed much to one-hit KO Sableye at non-Mega. So Fairy-type Silvally. I'm trying to think what he was anticipating. I'm trying to remember what else is on Frenzy's team. Going for the Wish to restore... Yeah, Diancie. Diancie's the only one who's taking any damage. Or Emboar. Oh, just to get a free switch into someone. Actually, that was better. Better to do that than to switch into Diancie. Although, Diancie could have resisted Darkest Lariat as well. But Emboar is definitely stronger in this matchup, just in terms of pure type. Maybe if Incineroar had come in with an Intimidate earlier. Gonna use Silvally to take the superpower. It still does a lot, even being resisted. Now Emboar's defenses are weakened. However, that was a good move there. All right, Silvally is down, and I'm trying to remember who took down. Oh yeah, Nidodang. Nidodang gets that point from before, and then Emboar gets a point now for that turn. All right. Mesprit's gonna come in. What's gonna happen? I would expect, I was gonna say Jirachi or Jellicent to come in. Gonna do the Calm Mind setup. I'm trying to go over what Jirachi has. I mean, Jirachi could go for those Iron Head flinches for sure. Or do you think Jirachi gets U-turn as well? Going for the Paralysis though, apparently. Yeah, Psychic's not gonna do much. Jirachi quad resist that. I'm guessing he was trying to predict a switch there. But Incineroar is going to go ahead and get the Intimidate off on Jirachi, which is not a bad idea. I mean, pretty much this Jirachi is going to be annoying trying to get Paralysis and or Flinch hacks. So any amount that you can debuff it is going to be helpful. Although, burning would be the best option, but I don't know if he has a way to burn it. Other than with Incineroar getting a lucky burn, but I feel like Flare Blitz would just take it out anyway. So now that he's scouted that out, I'm going to guess going to... AJ's going to switch. I was going to say either going into Jellicent or Emboar. That was a pretty good prediction on AJ's part. Definitely wanted to go for the Mesprit, but probably should have doubled out. I mean, doubling out can be a risky move because your opponent might predict that. But... yeah, if this... I'm trying to think if Mesprit can pretty much just have hidden power. Could it have had Flamethrower Fire Blast? I mean, AJ has two options for fire coverage on his team already, with Incineroar and then Nidoking having Fire Blast. So I think we're just going to be playing this switch game. U-turn, pretty good option in this case, I think. Now I think AJ should probably predict the Jirachi again. I'm like, or is he going to be, too predictable? Yep, we're just going to be playing the switch game here, it looks like. But I think Incineroar at least has the ability to be able to U-turn, so at least get some chip damage off. But there is the Protect. That's right, his Jirachi is running Protect. We know it has Wish, Protect, and Body Slam. I don't think we've seen the fourth move. There comes the Diancie. Okay, well, I think ordinarily Nidoking would be the best choice to send out against Diancie, but Nidoking can't take much more, so I don't know if he's going to sack it off or just try to scare it out. He's going to double out, and ooh, that was actually a good fake out there. He managed to almost take out the Diancie. He managed to reveal the Earth Power. Also set up the Stealth Rocks, that is, Frenzy did. That was a good hit to Diancie, but just missing that KO, unfortunately, for AJ. So Jirachi's back in, and we're going to play this switch game, but now with Rocks up on AJ's side of the field, it's going to put some more pressure on AJ to not just switch around every turn. So it's going to be interesting. I believe it looks like AJ's only potential hazard setter would have been Sableye. So I don't think AJ can respond by putting any rocks up. And even so, he'd have to worry about Mega Diancie coming back in and blocking that anyway. So we're in an interesting position in this match so far. I mean, I think AJ has a little bit more of an uphill battle in this case, but it's just interesting to watch these guys try to figure each other out until I think if another Pokemon gets knocked out on either side, you could start to see the tide turn a little bit, because right now we're in that part of that happens in a lot of competitive matches where the both sides are kind of looking for an opening. I mean, AJ's playing a little more on defense compared to Frenzy, but you can definitely tell they're just trying to get an opening. So it looks like Nidoking got sacked off there. We're going to give the point to Jirachi to get a free send-in for Xurkitree. Unfortunately for Xurkitree, going to have to take that Stealth Rock damage. But Xurkitree is here. Xurkitree might have a hard time against Jirachi, but should do well. Why did he send out Jellicent? That was odd. I was going to say should do well against Jellicent and Togekiss. I'm not sure why he did that. Xurkitree's going to get the Beast Boost. Now, I don't know that he'll be able to take Emboar down from this range, but that was an interesting play. I don't know if he just intentionally wanted to sack it off, but then it's kind of dangerous to sack off against an Ultra Beast, so I'm not sure what Frenzy's reasoning is. Maybe he's pretty confident and just wanted to get a free switch in for something. Like, Frenzy usually has a plan, so we'll see what's going on here. I mean, I think Xurkitree would outspeed Emboar. I don't know Xurkitree's base speed off the top of my head, but I don't know that it can take out Emboar in one shot. I did not notice whether Emboar's item was revealed, so that could determine some things too. So Mesprit's gonna come in, take a Flare Blitz. That is going to be enough to take Mesprit out. I mean, maybe predicting a superpower. Getting the Intimidate off on the Emboar, not necessarily a bad idea, but Incineroar doesn't really want to stay in on this thing, I wouldn't think. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what his plan is for here. I mean, probably just to get the Intimidate off, but then he has to hope that Xurkitree can solo the rest of his team. Oh, Togekiss gonna come in. How did Frenzy actually predict Outrage? Or I think he just wanted a Dark Resist, but that was pretty interesting. So now they're both gonna switch back out. So Xurkitree is back in. I think AJ has to be careful with how much he is switching here because of the Stealth Rocks. Like, unfortunately, Xurkitree took Stealth Rock damage 2 more times, or 1 more time than it had to, and yeah, Mega Diancie is going to finish it off. But that was definitely an interesting match, and that's going to be, what, 2 more KOs for Mega Diancie? So let me make sure I got this right. AJ had 2 KOs, and yeah. Okay, so that was definitely an interesting match. Like, trying to watch it live, and it's interesting with me by myself, not having the conversation going on, I was able to pay full attention to the battle and kind of, it was interesting trying to predict what they were going to try to do. But that was a good match. So, Frenzy of the Mullum Mullum Alomomolas is going to move on to the final round he is our Red Conference champion for BVL Season 1. So, you know what that means. Next week is going to be the final round where Frenzy will face Fat Halpert. The Mullum Mullum Alomomolas will face the Sacramento Squirtle Squad to determine who is our BVL Season 1 champion. Once again, everybody who participated today, plus SL Dino, you will all be getting prizes of some kind. So, oh, hello?
It completely turn one. I completely forgot she had magic bounce. Like it completely slipped my mind until I actually did it. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, that was rough.
I was super scared of Nidoking like the whole match. I was scared it could be Scarf. I was like, oh damn, if he leads off with Scarf Nidoking, like you kind of have to like go to Rotom turn 1 or don't get demolished. But he didn't lead with Nidoking, so I was pretty lucky. And then I found out it was Assault Vest via the damage from Rotom. I was like, oh, okay, that's a little better.
I was thinking about leading Nidoking too. If I just remembered that Mega Dance had magic bounce, it completely slipped my mind, and I'm like, oh yeah.
That was definitely a rough turn 1. But that was it was a fun match to watch live though, for sure.
I think that was the first week I brought Emboar. That was cool. I like bringing Emboar. Emboar was fun to bring.
I knew Emboar was scarfed and I was scared.
It was interesting to see Incineroar and Emboar face each other on the field.
Pretty much, like, after Silvally and Sableye went down, all I had to do was get up rocks, and then I kind of just won from there. Because I knew you can keep switching Incineroar in and out.
I'm upset that I didn't bring Scarf Circuitry, to be honest.
Yeah, dude, Scarf Circuitry, like, scared the shit. Like, I was super scared.
What did Circuitry have?
Circuitry, if I just spammed Thunderbolt, he could, like, 2-shot or 1-shot literally everything on his team, except for the Rotom Wash, or Rotom Frost, I think.
I was gonna say, when you had him at +1, it was looking pretty good, but you needed the speed.
Like, if I brought Circuitry Scarf, like, I think I was set. Oh, well.
Yeah, that's what I was scared of, like, Scarf Circ or Nidoking. Like, after you revealed that you weren't Scarf Nido, I was kind of scared of Scarf Circ, but then you revealed Live Orb, but it was like, oh, okay, this isn't a problem.
Should have brought it.
Well, it was a good match. I enjoyed it. It was kind of fun watching it by myself. I got to commentate every turn the whole step of the way, and it was cool trying to figure out what was going to happen next.
Yeah.
So...
to be honest...
Yes.
I don't think my picks were bad. I just think my team building is bad.
I mean, it ended up being pretty good. I mean, there were definitely some things that you could have done differently in the makeup of the team, but I think it fared pretty decently in general.
Yeah, I just put the Scarf on the wrong team, on the wrong mons. I think. Oh man.
Well,
turn 1, I returned.
Well, yeah, that you could have done without that, but other than that, all right. I do have to make a note. I'll have to get in touch with Fat Halpert as well. But for Frenzy, I made the note in the Discord, and I will be out of town for 3 weeks starting next Friday. That means that we need to play the finals by Thursday. You think that's doable?
EST.
Okay, so I'll put that announcement. I'll reiterate that announcement in the Discord, and then I will try to make sure Fat Halpert knows. And that's all we have for the rest of the BVL. Now, so for the BVL, since we only have one match for the finals, I think we'll do the finals, and then I'll, announce the prizes for everybody, and then we'll get that all organized at the end of that stream. So, yeah, we're almost done. It's been a fun process.
Very fun process.
Yeah.
All right, yes? Yes?
No, I was just saying it's been fun for me. This BVL, I chose to relearn Pokemon. Because before that, I hadn't played Pokemon for like half a year. like competitively. Like I
Uh-huh.
haven't been actively doing it. And then BVL had me doing it again. So like, I mean, I knew I wasn't gonna win, but like I had fun.
Well, it's been cool to see.
And I wasn't even supposed to be here for this battle.
It's been cool to see everybody's play styles and everybody's, everybody had kind of a different level of competitive experience going in. So it's been kind of cool to see how they play. I mean, I guess I've seen how they play in viewer battles, but it's been cool to watch as a spectator how they play.
Right.
All right. Well, for now, I know this was a little bit shorter because we only had 2 battles to do, but I am going to get out of here. Next week, I'll see you probably Thursday for our final round. And then at the end, I'll kind of get everybody up to speed on what's coming next for streams and for YouTube and all that good stuff. So, with that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week for the finals of BVL Season 1. Have a good night.
Bye. Toodles.
Bye-bye. AJ sounds like a sad dinosaur right now.
I'm sick.
Or a sick dinosaur. Well, sick dinosaur and sad dinosaur, close enough. Anyway.
Sick and sad.
Good night.
I mean, yeah. Bye.
Good night.